take out the first race at Melbourne. It's just a privilege, so well done.
Well, thanks, Robbie. I thought I might have come down the list a little bit over the years on your list of number one, but still appreciate everything you say about me. It's very good.
No, good on you, Brian. I might just get you to come a little bit closer to that microphone.
Yep.
There's just a little bit of a wind
Okay.
there, so just taking you away. Brian, Miss McGonigal, great effort. You had to work pretty hard that first 150 to get across the pole horse.
She done a lot of work, Robbie, you know, a fair bit. And then she's a lazy mare and you can't let her go to sleep. She'd sort of, if you're not careful, she might button off and they might swoop you, you know. And then I had to pull the plugs down the back and she livened up. And then when I pulled the pull downs down, she sort of went again. But I was hoping there was another string to pull because every time I pulled something, she responded. But she had to do it all on her own from the turn down. And I thought for a minute she was going to get collared, but she wouldn't lay down. She's strong.
How a horse that's won so much prize money gets into the rating system the way it has unfolded. Please give us a bit more of a better insight and understanding.
I find that when things like this go in your favour, it's best not to question them, just go with it. But no, yeah, just one of those anomalies that obviously a lot of his prize money was through juvenile racing, and with the system in New Zealand, he's sort of been penalised for that in a way. As being a good juvenile, they end up in open company pretty quick over there, so it doesn't take, I suppose, many runs in their metro grade of racing where if he doesn't figure in the money that he is dropping points when we go through and calculate it here. So he's got into our system quite well, but yeah, a few more performances like this and he'll be back where he should be anyway.
You had to do it the tough way, but the horse did the job at the finish for you.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Yeah, he's a tough little horse and he loves doing it tough, and I think every time I've driven him lately, I've put him in the death and he just keeps running on, so he did a good job tonight. Yeah,
Chris has done a great job with the horse. He's really been a progressive type through the stable and really competed well over the last few months. And that was another good performance tonight. We've seen him a few times where he's had to do a bit of work and still been able to finish it off. So he seems to be getting stronger, and to win in his class here tonight, doing it the way he did, it's a good step for the future.
Yeah, he's, like you said, he just keeps getting stronger and stronger when he's got to do it tough. And yeah, tonight he really knuckled down and kept fighting for the line.
When you watch him, you just always don't know what's the next stride going to lead to. Does he feel that way to you at times?
Yeah, he's a little bit of a character. He sort of he gets them so quick, and then he's like, oh yeah, I've sort of got the job done. But he was good tonight, and he should have been like, he can run those times pretty easily, and he got a really nice trail into it. So I expect that from him. But I thought he'd sort of go a little bit better tonight. I sort of upped his work a little bit, and we'll see how things go.
That extra 100 metres sort of made you a little bit vulnerable, didn't it? But the horse really dug deep.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, maybe I could have waited a little bit longer there, but he's a funny horse, and he's so fast, but he's quite laid back, and he was quite laid back tonight, and took him a little bit of coaxing once he got out, and then he half around the corner, he's like, oh, we mean business, and off he went.
Matt Craven, who comes off a pretty big few weeks, tops it off right now.
Yeah, I'm just still so proud of her. They made her earn it tonight. Jace, with a 1200 to go, tested us out, and he was able to just beat her for a little bit of speed. But to her credit, she travelled just really kind on his back, and it was just a matter of getting to the sprint lane without doing anything wrong, and making sure I didn't punch his wheel on the way past or anything like that. But yeah, it definitely it wasn't easy, but it's I probably was so emotional last week. This week's a little bit different, I guess, but this was the end goal.
And I thought, wow, she's going to win this, and geez, she came quick.
Yeah, Rob, it was quite surprising how well she did it. Coming from so far back, and the time for the first lap was solid without being crazy. And there was some really good mares up front. And I thought, we're in a bit of bother here. You know what it's like coming wide, but when they sprinted up again down the back, she really grabbed the bit and travelled well, and she was nearly pushing Mick's hat off around the bend. She was going that well.
She's won over $800,000 for no reason other than being a top horse. And looking at that over the next few weeks, and having spoken to Dean before the race, he felt whatever she did tonight, there's more to come.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. She'd had a few runs in New Zealand, then missed a couple at Auckland before she came because she drew bad, and she had a quiet trial, I think, last week. So, yeah, she should go ahead in leaps and bounds, hopefully.
I think your biggest worry throughout that race was having the horse behind you breathing down your neck.
Yeah, it gave me a bit of a migraine and a few knees in the back, but I think it was pulling pretty hard, and yeah, we were lucky. We had a nice run. He was able to hold up well. Weren't really sure how he'd come out because he hadn't had a draw to take advantage of it. But he did get out well, and once he held the leaders back, he was always going to be hard to beat.
Seems he's got that good turn to speed, but he's very dour. It looks like he's got a bit of staying prowess about him.
Yeah, he can sort of run fast for a long way. I think the time he won here before, he came from last, and his last sort of 1200 would have been pretty extraordinary. And yeah, he's done a really good job since he's been here.
Tonight, you gave Matty another good scare with Pink Galahs, but he still got over the top of you. But you've bounced back later on tonight to win with Kiang Ninja. Well done.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, it's a funny game, you have bad nights or bad patches of nights, and tonight had been pretty average, I must say. I said to Puppet earlier in the night, I said, me and you aren't having a great night, are we? And just there before that race, I said, your night's turned around, and he said, yeah, you have them. He said, just wait, it'll come. So, yeah, pretty nice to win that one. Just making it a family horse, and sort of Paddy's put a lot of work into this fella. He's been, a lot of hard work from sort of day dot. He's been a difficult horse, but he's got a bit of a motor. So, no, all credit to Paddy and obviously all the team at home, and obviously the uncles and that. We wouldn't be able to get horses like this and do what we do without them. So, big thanks to them and Mum and Dad.
I would say he'd be pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's a lovely bloke, and he's always got a nice trotter in training. And yeah, she's a bit of a headache at times, this one. He says at home she does nothing wrong, so when she goes to races and does something wrong, it's hard to fix because she doesn't do it at home. So he's been doing a few different things with her of late and taking her a different place to work her, and her last two, it seems to be doing the trick. She was naughty again last time, but we've added I think a Murphy blind to stop her hanging in, and she was good tonight. She put one little rough beat on the first turn, and then was pretty faultless after that. And she got ability. She just once she starts to put it together, she should win a few nice races.
The horse has been going well, just needed the right run, and you had to drive for luck, but the luck eventuated the finish for you.
Yeah, once he sort of had a good draw like that, it was going to be a perfect run for him, and he's sort of been waiting for a run like that because he can actually really sprint, but he's sort of been doing it a bit tough. But yeah, he went good.